History isn't just about inventions and discoveries, it's also about fire, blood, and battles. Sometimes, a single clash of armies determined the fate of entire nations, and even the world itself. Today, we're looking at 10 battles that forever changed the course of history. 10. Battle of Marathon for 90 BC. The Persian Empire was considered unstoppable. Its armies conquered city after city, and when King Darius sent his forces to Greece, few believed Athens could survive. But against overwhelming odds, 10,000 Greek hoplites crushed the Persian invasion. This victory didn't just save Athens, it gave Europe space to grow free of Persian domination. And of course, it gave birth to the legend of the runner who carried news of the victory back to Athens, inspiring the marathon we know today. 9. Battle of Hastings 1066. England was torn over the crown. Into this chaos sailed William, Duke of Normandy. Facing him was the Anglo-Saxon King Harold. The battle raged for hours. William used cunning tactics, including feigned retreats, to break Harold's shield wall. By the end, Harold was dead, and William became the conqueror. With that victory, England was transformed. Its rulers, language, and culture were forever reshaped. The England we know today was born at Hastings. 8. Siege of Orleans 1429. France was crumbling under the weight of the 100 Years' War. The English advance seemed unstoppable. Then came Joan of Arc, a teenage girl who claimed divine visions. Against all odds, she inspired French troops, broke the siege of Orleans, and turned despair into hope. Her triumph marked a turning point in the war. Though Joan was later executed, her victory gave France the strength to rise again, and her legend still endures. 7. Battle of Lepanto 1571. The Mediterranean was the prize, and the Ottoman Empire seemed destined to claim it. But at Lepanto, Europe fought back. Hundreds of galleys clashed in one of history's greatest naval battles. The Christian alliance achieved a stunning victory, halting Ottoman expansion at sea. Lepanto proved that even against overwhelming power, unity could bring survival. It became a symbol of resistance in Europe's darkest hour. 6. Battle of Waterloo 1815. After escaping exile, Napoleon rallied an army and gambled everything on one last campaign. His enemies Britain, Prussia, and their allies moved to crush him once and for all. At Waterloo, the world held its breath. Napoleon's troops fought ferociously, but as Prussian reinforcements arrived, the tide turned. Defeated, Napoleon's reign ended forever. He was exiled to St. Helena, and Europe's political map shifted into a new order that lasted for decades. 5. Battle of Gettysburg 1863. The American Civil War reached a crossroads in Pennsylvania. Confederate forces pushed north, hoping for a decisive blow. Instead, they met the Union at Gettysburg. For 3 brutal days, the fields were soaked in blood. When the smoke cleared, the Confederacy was broken. Gettysburg didn't just save the Union, it paved the way to the abolition of slavery and a new America. 4. Battle of Verdun 1916. World War I. The German plan was to bleed France white. They launched a massive assault on the fortress city of Verdun. The French response was simple: they shall not pass. Month after month, soldiers fought and died for every yard of ground. Verdun became hell on earth. Though the front barely moved, the French held. Their endurance stopped the German advance and made Verdun a symbol of sacrifice and national spirit. 3. Battle of Stalingrad 1942-43. A city reduced to rubble, frozen under Russian winter. Nazi Germany pushed to seize the Volga, but the Soviet Union refused to break. Street by street, house by house, the Red Army fought with relentless determination. Finally, they surrounded and annihilated Germany's Sixth Army. Stalingrad was the grave of Hitler's ambitions in the East, the turning point of the Second World War. 2. D-Day Normandy Invasion 1944, June 6, 1944. The largest seaborne invasion in history began. Allied soldiers stormed the beaches of Normandy under machine gun fire, barbed wire, and landmines. The cost was terrible, but the beachheads held. With D-Day, the liberation of Europe had begun. It was the start of the end for Nazi Germany, and the beginning of a new chapter for the free world. 1. Battle of Cannae 216 BC, ancient Rome against the brilliance of Hannibal. The Carthaginian general faced a Roman army nearly twice his size. Through genius tactics, Hannibal encircled and destroyed Rome's legions in one of the greatest maneuvers in military history. Though Rome ultimately survived, Cannae became the ultimate lesson in battlefield strategy, a masterpiece studied by generals for over 2,000 years. Which of these battles do you think had the greatest impact? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic stories from history.